Look, one statement not enough for Forest after their defeat to Everton. Now it's 3. The latest one seeing them demand the audio between officials surrounding the 3 separate penalties they felt they should have been awarded. And the former head of referees, Keith Hackett, believes Forest are right and that he would have stood down Stuart Atwell for the game.
In this case, I have to tell you, I'm not being clever, I would not have appointed Stuart Atwell to this particular game because of his exposure, if he is a declared fan of Luton, for that reason.
Right. Well, I'll be honest with you, Ali. I said yesterday, it would have been an easy thing to do to avoid opening this can of worms. Yeah. No one could have predicted that this would happen.
Do you know what I'll accept? I'll accept it might not have been the smartest appointment, right? But once you've made the appointment, you've got to go on with it. Because I think, I keep saying it, I think once you're seen changing the appointment, you open a whole can of worms down the line. All the way down the line. You know what football fans are like? You know what football teams are like? I'm telling you right now, I agree it might not have been the smartest appointment. But once you make the appointment, you can't change it. I
don't care what can of worms they would have opened up further down the line. It wouldn't have been as big a can of worms as is now being opened up. Anyway, Simon Jordan says it's time for the Premier League to put Forest back in their place.
Air your frustration by all means. If you need to tear a strip off the PGMOL, if you want to bring the Premier League into the equation, but you don't do it through social media. You just don't. And you can't make these kind of accusations. I mean, you saw the owner the other day, who seems to be under the impression that he can do and say as he wants on the side of the pitch because he wasn't comfortable with something. We've seen owners on pitches in recent times in that part of the world where he harks from, who think they can do what they want. And it needs to be, Richard Masters needs to get hold of this a little bit because people are getting a little bit carried away with themselves.
Careful, Simon, careful, because Mr. Marinakis is prone to sue people, isn't he? And
he's not going in, is he?
Well, in the press at the moment, there's talk that they may sue Gary Neville. Now, that is going a step too far just for somebody using a certain phrase and expressing his opinion. I mean, that is nonsense.
Absolutely. I mean, I've only read the back page here just now. Absolute nonsense. You can't see that happening. But I guess we could start going down that road. That's a big struggle.
Yeah, they want the audio between the officials, and yeah, I get that. Maybe the audio should be released, but what do Forest think it's going to say? Correct. They're going to have Stuart Atwell said, no way. Penalty, but I'm not giving that because that'll affect Luton.
Correct.
You know, again, what have they got to gain now?
And somebody makes a valid point. The best result for Forest would have been a draw. I beg your pardon, for Luton would have been a draw. So they've been probably in Luton's best interest getting a penalty to perhaps get an opportunity to equalise. I don't know. I don't know what they're expecting to hear from the audio. The audio will be, there's talk of him saying he takes the ball, doesn't he? Is that what somebody's when his lip readers saying he takes the ball? So I think there's a fair chance the audio might say, agreed, carry on. That would be my guess. Yeah. Even though it's wrong.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that's incompetent, yes, but not corrupt.
Correct.
What do you think? I mean, what are the Premier League going to do about it? What punishment? I've seen people talk about points deductions. For goodness sake, we've had enough points deductions to last a lifetime. Correct. We do not need any more.
Oh, correct.
So all it can be is a fine, isn't it?
Yes, I would have thought so. And a potential touchline ban for the owner, which might be a first. But I know a points deduction is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Matt in London, by the way, has said, I might sue you two for backing David Moyes for the past 77 years. Well, Matt in London, we haven't really done that. We're open-minded here. Anyway,
good stuff, Matt.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.